Hello, I'm Taylor Ashford. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and I'm a proud product of the Kansas City, Missouri School District. My academic career started at Harold Holliday Montessori School. I was 72nd in Jackson. I was about 3 years old, full-time student, a school that at first didn't even let me in because of my behavior, but my great aunt, thank you Aunt Flo, took me up there, got me enrolled, and things were smooth. It was one of the best academic experiences of my life. Being able to be in a classroom with the same teacher for 3 years, being able to be with multiple grades and not have to switch classrooms every day, I think that was super critical. Also, the stuff we learned, a lot of that stuff I learned early in that school, and the mobility to kind of not have to sit at a desk and be confined all day, for you to be able to move around, use all these different type of objects that other people I knew that didn't go to that school didn't really have the opportunity to use. That stuff really sharpened me. Also, that school was where I really kind of found two of my biggest passions, music and sports. So with the sports thing, it was just memories, watching basketball games with my mom, hearing my dad slander the Chiefs, seeing Michael Jordan, beat the Jazz in the finals as a youngster, seeing Allen Iverson and Kobe as I was getting older. It really got me interested in the sports thing. And that was like the first sports team I ever played for was my elementary basketball team, and we went undefeated, so that's always good memories there. Getting older, transitioning to middle school and high school, I went to Lincoln Prep, one of the top school in the state of Missouri, but it's a college prep school, and I knew I wasn't the most athletically, adept, or I wasn't gonna be any great athlete, but I still enjoyed sports, and one thing I enjoyed even more about sports was the actual stats and everything behind it, the marketing, the shoes, the clothes, what they were outside of the court, and that was some of the stuff that I really got interested in. Also with music, I was always big on just kind of reading everything about musical projects, albums, who produced it, what inspired them, the thank you notes, all that type of stuff. So I caught on that stuff at a young age, so I always kind of knew music and sports was gonna be my thing. I started thinking about college, at a young age, because my older sister, I'm the youngest of 7, but one of my older sister lived with me for good portions of my life, and she was a college student, went to UAPB, a historically black college and university, and I always kind of knew it was just a thing for me to do. So my junior year, I kind of started thinking about what college was going to be for me, and I started thinking about going to Morehouse, also HBCU in Atlanta. Unfortunately, my dad got sick. He told me he had cancer the summer before my senior year. He ended up passing the first semester of my senior year, which was kind of a real tragic situation, put me in a real dark place. I knew I was still gonna go to college, but I really didn't care about it at that time. So I started looking at schools closer to home so I can be close to my mom. Looked at KU, K-State, Mizzou, Oklahoma State, applied to all 4, got accepted to all 4. Took visits to KU, didn't like it. Took visits to K-State, didn't like it. Never visited Mizzou, but Oklahoma State was further, so decided to go to Mizzou. It'd be an easier trip home, and went there and loved it. Went in as a business management student, but I really wanted to do sports management and music business management. Started to struggle a little bit throughout my sophomore year. Ended up on academic probation, actually. Got my first C and my first F for the first time ever, and got placed on academic probation. At that point, a sports management program opened up at Mizzou. Transitioned to that program, which was super smooth, and got pretty much good grades from there on out. Finished with a real high GPA. Also, my love for sports continued outside of just actual sports, but sneakers. I was a real big sneaker guy in high school and even in college. So I had an older cousin that inspired me to kind of do a sneaker event. I talked to some people that went to high school with me that were also in the culture, and we came with the idea of Casey Soul, which served as kind of a car show, a trade show for sneakers. We did sneaker conventions for 5 years in a row, and I started that as a senior in college, and through that I was able to give back to the community, do community service events, donate shoes. Also kind of kept working in the community with Parks and Rec after I graduated. Worked as a college advisor for my last 2 years, and that's kind of motivated me to kind of better myself. So now I'm transitioning from Kansas City to Seattle, which I'm really excited about, and I'm working on getting my master's. So that is why I'm a first round draft pick.